Where you at, Chew? Where you at? I know you're coming. I know you're coming. Where you at? You're coming. I know it. I can feel it. Chew's gonna show up in less than 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Q Chew. Tio, what the fuck is going on, brother? You're the first in the room. It's normally Chew. Normally Chew hits me first, but you got me today, bro. I appreciate you. What are you up to? Milo wake you up? What's going on, my brother? Cartier, you are the man, like always. Tio is the man, like always. I appreciate both you boys stopping by. Hey, Tio. I don't know if you've heard or not, but me, Cartier, and Liberty Bleeds Silver. There you are, Chew. You're number 3 today, bro. I was worried about you. I didn't think you were going to make it. LBS, what's up? Actually, I was just getting ready to tell T.O. that we were... You closed tonight? Just got home? Nice. Well, me, Cartier Silver are setting up a talk show called the Metal Mob. That's it, right? Metal Mob? I think we're going to do Metal Mafia, but I think we're going Metal Mob. The Metals Mafia. I don't know if we're sticking with the Metal Mafia, if we're doing Metal Mob now. Are we doing Metal Mob, or is that just the name of the chat? The group chat we did. Yeah, so there's already a Metals Mafia, so we're doing the Metal Mob, Tio. So our name is the Metal Mob. Yeah, so we're changing it up. No more Metal Mafia. We are now the Metal Mob, which is fine. But we're going to have our first show coming up in a couple of weeks if we don't do it sooner. So stay tuned. Yep, Metal Mob it is. Pretty sure that's what LBS just said. Metal Mob works. I'm totally stoked about it, honestly. And it's going to be a hit. I'm not worried about that. It's going to be a big hit. Is Bob my backup? I don't know, man. He's sporting that Desert Eagle like you said, but I don't need backup. Bob should already fucking know I'm the man. And when you're the man, you're the guy that people call for backup. You're not the guy that needs to be called, that calls people for backup. No problem. I'm fine with that. I don't want to mess with any other potential stacker or bullion or anything else like that. So I am fine with the name. It rolls off the tongue. It sticks. It'll work. I'm not worried about it at all. Nope, we don't want to piss off the neighbors. Although, if your neighbors are anything like mine, you probably wouldn't mind pissing them off either. Like one day, seriously, I hear this dog just yelping and whining in the background, and I hear some dude just yelling and screaming at him. And then you hear, and fucking the screaming stops, and he's still yelling. I fucking open up my window, and I'm like, dude, I swear to God, if I hear you beat your dog again, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna give you the beating you're giving your dog. Sure as shit, that fucking dog stopped whining, and he stopped yelling. I hate it when people are abusive to animals. There's just no fucking excuse for it. Yeah, it pisses me off when stuff like that happens. But, dude, I'm totally stoked. The Metals Mob is going to be kicking off here soon. Oh, LBS and Cartier, I figured out a way to share my stream with you guys so we can go live within YouTube. Just before you set up the stream, you have to add the people that you're planning on having on there. So I figured all that shit out. T-Bird, I appreciate you and all your support. T-Bird, I'm going to email you my lucky numbers because I think that we keep looking for like 28, but it's not 28. It's 7, 21, and 78. So I'm going to email you those numbers. And like I said, bro. Oh, that's cool. And like I said, T-Bird, even if it ain't a special number, man, just a pour from you would be awesome. You have to give me a second, gentlemen. I got this guy over here that wants to have a safety meeting with me, but dude, it's cool. It's cool. You send me what you want to send me. Yeah, I don't want to take a chance of pissing anybody off. So it's smart to go that route. It's always better to err on the side of caution in most cases. Especially when we're trying to get something built and get it to stick. So let's roll with the Metals Mob. That way we don't have to worry about anybody being all pissed off or anything else like that. I'm totally stoked. I'm totally down. T-Bird, you fucking rock, bro. You pull out anything you want. It can even be an ugly one. As long as it says T-Bird on it, I'm going to sport it. So you send me something shiny and nice, man, you bet your ass I'm going to sport it. I appreciate you, brother. Tio, I thought you were mainly gummies. I thought that was your gig. Gummies. Copper's going up big time. Copper's gone up 100% since the first of the year. Just about. Just about 100% since the first of the year. No, you graduated? Okay, Tio. I think when you go from concentrates to flour, you digress. Dude, Cartier, I know gold is over 4,000. And silver was over 49 last time I looked. Hey, Nick. I got something I need to send Donna as well. I'm just going to send it. I'm going to send all of her stuff in your box. I'm just going to make a box and put all her stuff in it with your medals, if that's okay. I'm sure it is, but just wanted to throw that out there. Hey, dude, 4850, I'm down with. LBS, you still in chat? Dude, I know the price of gold is not it ain't no joke right now. Yeah, it's gonna bounce. It always does. It bounces back and forth. So the only thing that the price of metals really affects right now is how much I can buy them because I'm not cashing out. I'm on a 15 to 20 year timeline. So all that metals prices right now matter to me is it just limits the amount of silver I can buy. So yeah, dude, I'm kind of worried about Bob. It's the second night in a row he's been sporting the gun. It almost makes me think he wants to use the damn thing. But Bob doesn't realize you got your ounces at 33.80, so you're happy. I would be too, man. So Amy Harrell was talking about gold being priced out for her, and I'm like, well, you need to focus on fractional at that point. If gold's overpriced for you, then focus on fractional if you want gold, or buy more silver because silver is going to do phenomenal things this year. It's still going to do phenomenal things this next couple of months. Yeah, Tio, that sucks, man. It does. And I understand. It does suck. My I would like to say stacking is more of a necessity for me because I need to do it. I don't just want to do it, I need to do it. And when you say you need to do something, it has a little more precedent than want to do it. Yeah, see, I'd be buying fractional too, and I prefer to buy fractional. T-Bird, thanks for stopping by, bro. I appreciate you. I really do. The Metals Mob. Or the Metal Mob. Yeah, I was down with that. I was down with the intro music that he played too. So I thought that was a good choice. T-Bird, have a good night, bro. He just might be, but Bob doesn't need to rob me. He's literally got gold sitting right next to him. And he's got a gun. And I don't have my gun out. Actually, it's illegal for me to have my gun on a live stream. I can take a video of stuff, but I can't do anything live with your gun, which is ridiculous. But it is what it is. Yeah, dude. He's got a Desert Eagle. And not only is it a Desert Eagle, It's 9.2 grams of precious metal, Desert Eagle, which pisses me off that he's kind of got it in his hands and he's acting like it's his because it ain't his. Motherfucker needs to know his role. Stay in your lane, Bob. We all got a little something, something. Yes, we do, don't we? But yeah, not a bad piece. Not a bad piece at all. It's got a lot of detail. Yeah, 9.2 grams. And they call this for some reason investment silver, which in my opinion is an oxymoron in itself because you don't invest in silver. You're just moving your money from one vehicle to another. Silver is not an investment. It might have been an investment when it was $8 an ounce and you bought 400 ounces of it. Then it would have been an investment. But yeah, they call this by Investment Caster. Weapons, handcrafted .999 silver. 9.2 grams. Yeah, I won this over in a guy's room on Whatnot. It was a $6 spin, so really I didn't go wrong because I got 9 grams of silver for $6. You know, it's cool that it's a 50 caliber Desert Eagle. When I first started stacking silver, Cartier, it was 17. But I've stacked silver multiple times throughout my lifetime. You guys, you think Bob's a righty or a lefty? Looking how he sits, what do you think? You're going on TV. You do it, Tio. You do it. We'll call the local station right now with the cat that catches and fetches. You think he's a lefty? I don't know, man. He could be a lefty. They say lefties will take over the world one day. $18 an ounce, Troy, when you were buying silver for pay dirts. It was a lucky catch. He's clueless. You should have recorded the one good catch. Maybe you would have gone viral. You got hit up by a TikTok dude at work. Wanted to buy 70 pounds of meat. We saw right through him, but he posted it. I don't know, man. This would be his right hand, and that would be his left hand. They showed you the video at work. All right, so this is Bob as a lefty. He don't sit right with it in his left hand. It weighs him over too much. No problem, brother. No problem. You're an asshole, Bob. I'll make sure everybody in chat knows that. Everybody in chat knows that you're an asshole. Almost as much of an asshole as I am. I mean, I can be a real dick sometimes. Not all the time. Just sometimes. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's pretty sick. That he's an asshole, I guess. Yeah, they call this, Tio, they call this copper coral. Because it looks like a piece of coral. B. Waller, Blaine. B. Waller 88. His name is Blaine. He poured that for me. Actually, I asked him for one, and he was digging out the frozen Warbies, and he found that at the bottom. Yeah, done with the Warbies. So you freeze the Warbies, get them all frozen, put them in a bucket of water. It looked like a 40-gallon, actually, because the thing was huge. You need it to be long so the metal will cool as it falls. And when it gathers around the Orbeez, that's when it makes. You can see the little indents from where the Orbeez were. Like that there's a dent from an Orbeez. That's a dent from an Orbeez. All of these. Yeah, it's a pretty nice piece. Cheddar has a huge piece. Cheddar's piece is so big, it actually looks like it's part brass. Because they were doing brass at the same time. But he's got like a base that's all brass, and he can set it down, and it stands up on its own. What up, Muscle Shell? It said I can invite more than one person. I was actually wanting to do a trial run on it just to see if it would work. Like pop on and invite you, invite Cartier, and see if we can get everybody on the three screens onto one, and see what turns out. You can only do 2 people at once on YouTube split screen, as far as you know. Well, it told me I can invite more than one person, so I want to at least give it a try. I downloaded um, some streaming apps, but I don't know how to use them really. Yeah, see, that's the whole thing is I don't know how um, I could set up another one, but I can't. StreamYard won't go on my phone because I have an Android, not an Apple, right? So I can't use StreamYard, but I definitely want to get it to the point where we can stream, or I can stream from mine, and Don can stream from his, and you can stream from yours. That way, we do what we were talking about doing. But as in the alternate weeks. But I want to definitely give it a run and see if I can get more than one person on there, and see if it changes anything. I downloaded a streaming app. I don't know which one it was. It was the top rated one, but they want like $49 a month, or $49, was it $19 a month, or $149 a year. And I haven't used it, so I don't know if I want to spend that money on it. There's not even a trial on it. I don't know why it won't let me. I can log on to somebody's StreamYard, which is really crazy, but it won't let me actually set something up with StreamYard. Maybe we can talk and I can figure that out through you, Don. Because I have I remember logging on to somebody else's live when they had StreamYard. I think it was Saturday morning with Average Joe, and well, then I got to figure out where it's at on my phone because I remember having to do something. I thought I had to download it in order to access and go online with those guys, but for some reason I'm not seeing it in the Google Play Store. So is StreamYard free? The Y2K silver. You guys remember Y2K? Tio, have a good night, bro. You guys remember Y2K? Everybody thought the whole world was going to shut down because the computers weren't programmed right. Well, shit, all I need is one. There'll only be a couple of months where there's going to be multiples for either one of us on the stream. Yeah, it's cartwheeling. I didn't realize the reference the other day when you guys were talking about it. You just skipped ahead about 10 minutes, so you're current. So I went to the dentist yesterday, you guys, and got my mouth scanned, ready for my dentures. And they wanted to schedule an appointment to pull my teeth out already. So I gotta wait for my boss to give me the green light, and then I can start getting this thing done. I'll probably have teeth pulled out and dentures in less than a couple of weeks. Oh, Dawn, I was on JM Bullion today, and I was looking up silver shot. They want $540 for a 10-ounce jar, which is not bad. That spot, actually, probably a little under spot. No, 510. Yeah, it's a little over spot. Yeah, dude, I can't wait till they all get fixed. And then after about 4 months, 5 months of healing, then I'm going to go in and they're going to drill in the anchors and give me my permanents. Yes, and that's what they're going to do. They want me to have my mouth completely healed for months before they end up drilling into it. Yeah, over spot, but $5. That really isn't bad. Yeah, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. So it's gonna the temps are gonna be suction cup too. So that's the style I would have gone with anyways if I wasn't allowed to get the anchors like I'm looking to do. I would go suction cup style. They seem cleaner, easier. Um, Also, they can fix my overbite, which I thought it was an overbite, but he said it's just the way my teeth have been aligned and grown. That's the way it looks, and so that's going to get fixed. I went with a nice, not overbearing shade of white, but you can tell that my teeth are not like better than they are now. Yep, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting, Don. I'm getting. He said there was one more step higher than that where they have like a metal bracket in your mouth and screws have to be tightened down and shit like that. I'm like, I don't want that. I want to keep it as simple as possible and as clean as possible. And he's like, then let's do the anchors. And I'm like, okay. So 2 in the back, 2 on the back and on the eyes and the bottom. And those things literally just snap into place. Well, that's where making sure that the scans are proper. So that's why they scanned my mouth the way they did yesterday. They were taking digital scans of the roof of my mouth and the back of my mouth, and with the suction cup ones, from what my understanding is they're rubbery, except for the teeth, right? So they would suction cup to the top of your mouth. I don't think you're going to have a big old piece of plastic across. I don't know, but I'll know in a couple of weeks when I get my temporary set of chompers. Now he did say the top tier had like a piece of metal across the bridge of my mouth, and I thought that was lame. Like that's stupid. I don't want something like that. That's gross. What's going on, Joseph Lopez? But I'm totally stoked, you guys. I can't. I mean, I cannot tell you how excited I am to get teeth. Like I haven't smiled with my teeth since I was like 11 or some shit. Oh my god, that was so abusive. Nick, did you see that? It's okay. It didn't go nowhere. Didn't go nowhere. Pandas are durable. They are a bear. Calm down, Nick. They are a bear. Okay? They're not as vicious as their distant cousin, the koala, but they are a bear. That loves to eat bamboo, of all things. I mean, really. Yeah. Hey, I heard if you play with it too much, you'll go blind. But I have yet to go blind. See, bro, like, okay, so I have a tooth, a molar in the back right now, and I can probably move it around a good quarter of an inch in any direction. I know it's being held in by a little bit of skin and suction, but when I pull it out, which I'm planning on doing, when I pull it out, all the teeth that I've actually pulled out of my face all have the root. They have everything intact. I just the bone where my teeth are stuck in there is just deteriorating to the point where it's not holding things in place anymore. So after they took the initial x-rays and the doctor came in, he asked me what my plan was, and I said full extraction, give me some new chompers. He said, okay, good, because you're right. The amount of bone that you have up there is just not, it's not good enough for your teeth, but it is good enough for anchors. So I mean, knowing what I was planning on doing and him knowing that, all right, you're a mod now. How you doing, Hidden? But yeah, I can't wait. He was totally excited to see me yesterday. Came in, big smile on his face, shook my hand, asked if we're still moving forward. I said yeah, so he was down. Yep, I feel you on that. I feel you on the long day ready for bed. I worked 14 today. So I hear you on that. Dude, that sucks. The doctor had a heart attack and died, and the clinic shut down. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Did you guys see Yankees post today? Yeah, I guess Yankee Stacking lost his dad today. Condolences to him. You went in for a root canal, got your teeth cleaned, and they fucked up your front teeth so bad they were breaking off. That sucks, bro. And then you couldn't go back because the doctor had a heart attack and died. That is just a very unfortunate series of events, man. Yeah, that just sucks. Yeah, that's still hard. So like when I was 11, I was chasing down my little league catcher in a water balloon fight, and I threw a balloon and finally hit him. And then I turned and I ran into a tree, chipped all the bottom of my teeth all the way across my mouth. Silver, you have a couple of 1 ounce bars that I like. If you decide to trade it, let me know. It's hard for people to part with silver right now. It's hard for me to part with silver. And I buy and sell it on whatnot. It's just hard to part with it right now. But I got a decent setup out there right now. Got my panda here. Love this coin. I like that coin almost as much as I like this 1883. She's a pretty girl. Yeah, it's not bad. I do like the pre 33s, and this one's in pretty good shape. It's an AU. I got it from JM Bullion a year ago. Well, close to. Dude, $1 gold's nice. I want to get more pre 33s. I'd like to get one of every, like one of every one. My LCS had he set aside a 10 grammer or a 10 ounce bar yesterday for me and a couple of fives, but I wasn't able to stop by. Yeah, 110s are nice, bro. 110s are nice. The guy that I lost the 1/10 ounce Britannia to, he's actually on whatnot right now, selling that exact same coin. So I don't have a problem. stack and fractional. This is a little small for me, but I want it on Whatnot. But this is still small. This is a 1/100th. It's funny. I sold a 1/1000s, and the next day this came in the mail, and it was a 1/100th. And that's still pretty small. Later hidden. And of course the booty chest coin. John, what's going on, brother? I think I do, hidden. I'm pretty sure I do. I will double check after I'm done, but I'm pretty sure I'm there with you. But if I'm not, I'll bounce over there after the stream. I'm pretty sure I am though. I'll double check when I'm done here though. But thanks for stopping by, bro. I appreciate you for hanging out. Here coming up soon. Me, Cartier Silver, and Liberty Bleed Silver. Oh, John. Don loves a challenge, man. Don pretty much crushes everything that he tries to do, so. Popeye with a broken pipe. You guys ever watch Stacking with Craven? Anybody here? Anybody ever watch Stacking with Craven? Or Stacker Social? Oh, the broken pipe for sure. All that detail. I don't know if I want to make Bob's girlfriend in silver. So I told Raspberry to message him, and she did, and they had a big old they had a pretty good conversation or email back and forth, and he is local to her, which is totally cool. I didn't realize that he was going to be that local to her, but he's local to her, and he sent her to an LCS to pick up a coin. I thought that was totally sick. You know, I watch him when I can, but it's always nice to know what our friends across the pond are doing. And they was on a live the other day, and he had somebody on Cobra Stacker. He had on, and they were talking. But do you guys know what the 45-year cup and handle is? Do you know what that is? Sandy is awesome. I popped in his live earlier today. But if I say the 45-year cup and handle, do you guys know what I'm talking about? So the way silver has gone since the 80s, okay, since the 80s when it was at its peak at 80 and then it spiked and dropped, right? That's the edge of the coffee cup, the teacup, right? And then it's been riding on the bottom for the last 44 years. Now, this year is year 5. It's worked itself up. It's at almost the top of the brim again, and now it's going to work on the handle. So it's going to make a lateral move. And then when it gets to the handle, it's supposed to spike up. So it's at the bridge of the 45 years right now at the peak from 80 till now. It's at that lip. Now it's going to work on the handle portion, which is going to come out and go up. Cup and handle. You know what I'm talking about, right, Manderson? So people have been talking about this for a while now. Like at the end of last year, they were talking about it because it's been so long. It is stock talk, yes. But if you understand it, now you know why silver is doing the move that it's doing and how it's only going to be shooting up. And that's why everybody's projecting it to shoot up for as high as they are, because it's in the handle portion of the cup. And I'm not a broker, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I talk about is financial advice. But I was mentioning that and said it the other day, and nobody knew what I was talking about. But you can literally, after the stream, go to YouTube and type in cup and handle, and you'll see a 3 or 4 minute video just explaining it. It's pretty genius if you think about it and you think about what metals are doing right now. That's good. And that will be right in the 80s, right before the crash with the Hunt brothers. Now, whether it was manipulated or not, it was still at that price. So you got to call a spade, even though that was all manipulation by the Hunt brothers. Yep. I just hope that silver stays in its lateral move till I get my bonus. Because then I'll be making a big purchase. You know, I just hope it stays in that lateral move until then. Right now it's floating. It's floating. 50 is a resistance level. Guys, once it breaks through 50 and it holds 50 for a few days, that's setting the new floor, the new resistance level. So yeah, because I know it's only going up, Manderson. So halfway through December, I get a pretty big bonus check. It's going to be around 7 grand. I want metals to hopefully mellow out right before then, because in December they drop. So it might drop, it might not. At the rate it's been going, I don't see it dropping much if it does. So, oh, and my LCS today was going to sell me all of that silver literally at 5 cents an ounce over spot. 5 cents over spot is not a bad deal. No, I will literally go in and buy that all day long. Even though there might be deals where I can get a little bit here, a little bit less. But honestly, walking out with your metals is such a good feeling. Walking out with 20 ounces of silver in your hand or 30 ounces of silver in your hand, whatever the case. And unfortunately, when it comes in December, I won't be thinking about DCA at all at that point. I'm just going to be looking to buy. The fact that he'll have all of that for me is bonus, but I'm just looking to buy. At this point, I'm in an acquire stage again. Stack as much as possible. Now, I'm not going to be part of no FOMO or anything. I'm not worried about the silver not being there. I just want to buy as much as I can while I know it's going to be low. Yeah. Well, if it was 80 cents under spot, it would have been 45.20. Or was it last week $47.60? Is that what you're talking about? That's got to be what you're meaning. Oh. It's a good deal, bro. Was that on Auction Palooza? Yep. So you can just bin it right there on the spot. You don't have to be a part of the auction, right? You can just walk in and swing your big cock around and get what you want. Because that's what I'm looking to do. So a 10-ounce tube of 40 percenters is about 3.2 ounces of silver. So if you think about it, Nick, it's $1.40 for 90%. Good. Well, then I will definitely check them out. So if you do the math, Nick, you're gonna need about $3.25 ish, somewhere in there, $3. Something like that. Right in there. What's going on, Bart? And 40%, Nick, I mean, if that's what you're stacking, that's what you're stacking. But ultimately you're going to want to try to trade that up to something that you're going to get more metal for the space. That's essentially what you're going to want to do. That's what I would be looking to do. Trading it up so you can get more metal for the space. So like it's going to soak up a whole tube, right? So you got a tube of 50% or a tube of 40 percenters. It's eating up that whole spot, right? But if it's 40 percenters, that's cool because it's 3 ounces. But if it's 90 percenters, using the same space, then that's worth that much more. You know what I mean? Which I believe in $10 worth of 90%, you're looking at about, what the fuck was it? Like 5.6 ounces or something. You're good. You're good. See, I acquire it too. It just kind of happens. Yeah, but just doing rough numbers in my head, it's going to be about $3 to $3.10, something like that, for 40 percenters to be an ounce. You got to think $2.80 is only 80% silver at that point. You're still working off the $1.50 or the $1.40, 90%. So you got to get to that point. Cartier is like crunching some numbers right now, and I'm not exact, but I'm pretty close. Let's see what he comes back with. And I was wrong on the other math. It's going to be closer to 7 ounces. Like 7.1 or some shit. Did you get all that, Nick? Nick's getting a pen and paper. Yeah, thanks, Don. Don coming through in the clutch with the mathematician's dream number to tell what the metallurgist how much silver is in his coin. I feel you there, brother. I'm already primed. Be right back, you guys. Ugh. Well, sorry about that. I had to mute you guys for a second. I had a coughing fit going. Not great at math, huh, Nick? Well, you're typing into a computer right now, brother. Your phone is capable of doing things that you didn't even know it was capable of doing. Fucking Bob, what an asshole. Look at the look on his face. What a dick. I actually like this coin. I picked this thing up recently. The horse and the dragon. I mean, it's a queen. She's got her crown. 2021. But you guys, I am totally excited for Raspberry Hedgehog. Totally excited for her. I'm totally stoked. I'm proud of her. I'm glad she took the leap. Yeah, totally stoked, totally proud of her. I think it's awesome. And she's already put together her plan, which is not overzealous, it's kind of modest. But everybody stacks on their own schedule, so you know what? The fact that she already has a schedule set up and she knows what she wants to do is awesome. Because I will say it, because I've said it hundreds of times and I will say it again. The hardest part to stacking is starting. That will always be the hardest part to stacking is starting. I hope so, dude. It's a big step. But everybody should stack. And you have to make a commitment, and she did. She did. And I believe that she'll be able to meet that commitment because of what her goals are. And I think that she'll be great at it. I think it's awesome. I'm totally proud of her. I'm super excited. Oh, Cartier, I believe she said her plan was going to be an ounce a month. And an ounce a month, that's not shabby. You know, it does add up. And ultimately, like, look, for me, for me, an ounce a month was way more attainable, right? Because I would have blown way more money on that. So I'm pretty aggressive on the way I do things. I spend, I put away most of my money doesn't go to savings. It goes to bills, food, buying my kids what they need, and silver and gold. I mean, the gold that you see right here, this gold right here, okay, all the gold that you see, that is blood, sweat, tears, working through pain, all of that shit. And that's not wearing new glasses all the time, making my clothes last longer, making my shoes last longer, all of that, so I can make sure I buy the kids what they get. And the fact that I'm able to stack the stuff that I have, and I have more stuff at my mom's house, the fact that I've been able to stack what I have is amazing. It is a huge, huge come up for me on this time around. I mean, this is the first time I've ever stacked gold. Yeah, see, I literally gave the guy at the gas station silver and bought gold and bought gas. He bought the silver from me because he knew what it was worth, but bought silver. I brought silver, had silver in my pocket, gave him silver for gas. 75 cents worth of silver. I walked out with 15 bucks worth of gas. I was fine with that. It was a, he's got to make money on the deal, but I was able to get gas for silver. Yeah, I know, man. I know. But honestly, if I need US currency, I've got a few paper bills, but I've got a lot of US. So I mean, I'd make it if I needed to, no matter what. But honestly, I have an exit plan too if I need it. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm bringing. I know who I'm bringing. Yeah, at one point, because the dollar is losing so much value, it's really not going to be anything but a novelty at one point. I forget what country it was, but there was a chicken. There was a picture on YouTube or a meme. There was a chicken in the middle and like just stacks and stacks of cash all the way around this thing. It was like $150,000. Oh yeah, John. Well, that's the thing about YouTube is it's so big. You know, it's so big that people really shouldn't have the attitudes they do. I mean, honestly, it makes no point. I don't like trolls. I'll let a troll fuck with whoever or fuck with me in chat for about, I don't know, 10 seconds before I could even say half the time, before I could say, somebody take care of this guy, they're already gone. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I get it, man. Yeah, and trolls are trolls. So everybody knows who a troll is. They all know how they act. I think I've seen him once or twice. But like there was another channel that I came from that was a coin hunter channel. It was like I came from him. I just was sub to him and hung out, and it was a cool group of people. And when I started going live, I said on their Discord, "Hey guys, I'm going live tonight. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm going to be on at 9. I don't want to take away from Ronnie, but if anybody wants to say hey, that'd be cool." And yeah, it was all downhill from there. And he was a super core guy. He told people on his channel I was going live and other stuff, and he got mad when I said when I was actually gonna go live. Which is pretty shitty. But that's all right. People can be people. And now he just talks shit about me on his channel. And he did the same thing to another person that you guys know. Oh, Manderson. I forgot Manderson knows who he is too. Jeffrey Button, what's going on, brother? You're pooped? I feel you. Yeah, Manderson, people can be however they're going to be, but I really don't believe that I should have gotten the shaft the way that I did by him. But whatever. What I did was innocent, man. I had no ill intentions whatsoever. I was just talking to people that I thought were my friends. Yeah, the next day he complained that his viewership was down on the Discord. And then he said, all those people that went over to Humbles for his bullshit free gifts, you know, um, I know who you are. I was like, dude, like, I wasn't giving anything away and nobody really came over. Some people did stop by and say hi, but they all went right back to your channel. It's not like your viewership was down. The only thing it was down was me because I wasn't there. But like, he demands loyalty to like a degree that's not even worthy of being demandable. I mean, who the fuck do you think you are? But anyways, almost seems like it, didn't it, bro? But if you think about the way the girls were acting all the time, how they throw so much money at Ronnie or Adam. I'm sorry, I said his name. I didn't mean to, but Adam. I mean, it was crazy. Knows who I'm talking about? Yeah, they're crazy. It was pretty bad. I mean, I didn't even I just thought it was a cool coin channel. They did pretty decent giveaways and wanted to get to know you, and the people there were really cool. You know, but you live, you learn. Yeah, sub to him at all. But he might pop up because I've gone over to Manderson's or I've gone over to B. Waller's. Do you know who I'm talking about, Cartier? Oh, that's crazy. I know. Woodsy is? I don't know what's to spy on. Like, if Ronnie wants to know what's going on, he can just stop by. He'll be welcomed more than I was welcomed in his place. Or at least treated. He'll be treated way better than I was treated over there. And listen, if he has to have people out there, well, I really can't get banned for what I do. So, yeah, that guy's kind of. Oh, me too, bro. Me too. Yeah, I'm sure. He's always on. What is it, Wednesday? It would be his night. And he gives off, what, Tuesdays and Sundays? But whatever. I don't care that he's on. He's got quite the viewership. I mean, yeah, he had a tendency to do that, and he did it about me a lot as well. I heard about it. I'm not stupid, but and to think that he would do it to other people and not think that he would do it to me, I'd be pretty naive. Now, B Waller's growing, and I don't know why Ronnie feels so threatened by people who have channels. That's what I don't understand. Like, you got your own viewers, bro. Like, calm down. Oh, I know. I stopped over and saw Waller a few minutes ago before I came on. Yeah. Well, you know what? He's done. In my book, I mean, he can do whatever he does. YouTube is huge, like, you know. But if you feel that threatened that you have to send out spies, that says something. How insecure are you at that point? You know, like, you let him do whatever he wants. You guys afraid of like everything, or is that insecure that he has to send out spies? I'll leave him be. Let him flat spit on his own stuff. He's going to be his own demise. Nobody needs to do it for him. Well, I know he is on. He's on Whatnot under the same name, and I know he's been in my channel under different names and sent people into my channel. But I'm not worried about it. As long as I stay within Whatnot's rules and do what I'm supposed to do. I put descriptions in and do everything they want me to do. So later, Jeffrey. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Yeah, but you're right about the cult thing. That's kind of funny that you say it that way because now that you mention it, that is kind of how it was. Oh, you know what you can do, Manderson? On Whatnot, you can go incognito. Did you know that? Which means they won't know you're in chat until you say something. Later, buddy. So you can go incognito on Whatnot, and they won't know you're there unless you say something. That's how I am. I'm set up incognito. Not if you go incognito. Your name doesn't pop up when you show up. You know how it says your name and there's a wave sign? It doesn't do that when you show up if you're set up to where it hides it. Oh, you should just set it up that way all the time. Just leave it that way. And then if you want to talk to the host or acknowledge the host, then you can type in whatever you're going to type in. But the way you get your message seen on Whatnot by the host, question marks aren't white, they show up yellow. So when you put a question in, it shows up yellow. So if you want someone's attention on a question or a statement, make sure that you make it yellow with the question mark. So it could be like 5 exclamation points and 1 question mark at the end, and the whole chat will that whole chat that you typed out will be yellow. All you need is a question mark on it, and then it'll be yellow. So you can put a question mark at the beginning before you type out your statement. You can put the question mark on the end after a bunch of exclamation points. Unless it is an actual question, then leave it as a question. But if you want it to be seen, it shows up yellow if you have a question mark somewhere within what you're typing. So yeah, that's how you get your stuff seen. With a question mark. I sell on Whatnot, so. And if you cuss, get red chats. That can only be seen by the mods and the host. Red chats can only be seen by them. So tomorrow I'm going to do a 5-ounce bar on Whatnot. Be a 50 spot wheel. It's going to be a blind wheel, so all 50 spots will fill and then I'll pull and we'll see who the one winner is. And then I'm going to do a 1-ounce buffalo, one same style. The 5-ounce bar is going to have like a $15 spin, and the 1-ounce bar is going to have a $5 spin. You know, when you do shows like that, it turns out pretty good. Getting to that point, shit. No one's chatting. What's going on? You guys fall asleep on me? No, Trader B is too expensive, man. I can't do that either. I really can't. EDC Plug's pretty expensive. You know, he's got a pretty expensive channel. Now, he's got bangers, don't get me wrong. They got bangers, but I can't afford to spend $165 and maybe get 2 ounces of silver, hoping that I get, you know, an ounce of gold or this or that. That's just too much money to spend on it. Watching some of the other ones where they have 10 hits and 2 of them are gold and the rest of them are silver. Watching some of those grams of silver get sold for fucking $165 and shit is insane. That's insane. Watching the features and shit. But I watched a guy over on EDC Plug. He was doing rips and he pulled a baseball card rip. I think it was his channel. And he pulled a 1 of 50 Shohei Ohtani. Wow. Now that guy dropped $650. Got the 1 of 50 gold. Oh, dude, I was in a guy's room pulling cards. We aren't pulling cards; we're pulling teams, right? So I was pulling teams, and I pulled the Broncos. So I got, you get all the Broncos. So I had the Broncos. I had um, the Chargers. I had, who else did I have? Anyways, I had some pretty decent teams. So I had like 6 of them. Spent like $60, something like that. It wasn't bad. But when I hit the Broncos, he's like, "Damn, my boy's pulling down some banger teams," and sure as shit, I got a Bo Nix acetate out of it. It was a fucking sick ass card. It's the fluidity card. The Bo Nix acetate is all clear. It's a case hit. It was an insane hit. It was badass. Yeah, acetates are sick, but you really can't get them graded. They're really really hard to get graded. I've seen like 2 of them that were graded tens, but it's really hard to get that grade. But after I hit it, he kept going back and showing it to the camera and showing it to everybody. He kept going back to it and back to it and back to it. It was pretty badass. It's a sick ass card. But I got all the Broncos and all the people that were in the card decks. So I got 2 or 3 other Bo Nix rookie cards as well. He calls them Baby Nicks. So I'm not. I mean, I'm not a Broncos fan. I'm a Bo Nix fan because he was a Duck, and I'm a Duck. Nice. That's awesome. Mm. So postponed so long that when they shipped, the cards weren't worth too much due to the dead hype. Oh, that sucks. Well, um, that sucks, but at least you got a warranty. Right? Yeah, that's 100% right. If you're going to make a replica anything and say it's for a car, make and model, it needs to be 100% plug and play and operate the same exact way. Just not pay the premium prices. Or you never know. Engineers are stupid, dude. And you should know this. And red ditch the shocks, but yeah. Well, they're not always best for every application. If the design is poor on the one for the Jeep, then you don't buy that for the Jeep. You know, but that's why they warranty it. So you're lucky there that you have a warranty on it. Because at one point they're just gonna be like, "No, you're done. We've given you four radiators. It's over." Yeah, or have them buy you a new stock. What I would do, what I would do is I would have them buy you a new stock one. What I would be like, I'd be like, "Look, you guys, this is like the fourth radiator, right? I mean, how many times are you gonna waste my time coming back on your faulty part? Just buy me a new stock one and put it in, and we'll call it good." What are you waiting for, John? You waiting on gold? Of course you are. Of course you are. I should have known. John's waiting on gold. John's got 6-ounce rounds coming to him right now. All buffaloes, all pristine. He wrote a small check. That's all. There is. For you. For them if they can't problem solve. Oh, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. I get you, Manderson. I understand. I make almost everything work too. But if I pay somebody for something and it keeps becoming a problem, then that's where you need to bring it to a different level. In the end of the day, it's not your responsibility to make it work. But if that's the type of person you are, which is fine, yeah. And there's obviously a problem in the way they designed it. So, like, that's not your fault, and you really shouldn't have to put in the work to fix it. Just because you're resourceful like that doesn't mean you should be in this instance. What you need to do is have them buy you a stock one and you put it in or do whatever you need to do and call it good. Because you paid for a radiator that's supposed to work in your vehicle without breaking all the time. And you haven't gotten that 3 times in a row. Well, Nick, think about this. Round, how thick it is. We're to cut it in half, stack it on top of each other. That'd be a pretty decent size. Right? So if you think about how thick this is, right? And just pretty much cut it in half because it's 2.3 ounces. How thick it would be. It'd be pretty decent size. Depending on how it's poured. And sounds like Manderson's pretty excited about it, so I'm sure it's poured a good way because he's totally stoked about it and he wants to send it to Cartier to have it poured. So I mean, if you think about it, Nick, think about the car in a Monopoly game. about 2 inches in length. That's pretty good. That's about from edge to edge in length. Oh, I'm sure it's sick. Manderson seems to be pretty excited about it. Or Renee, anyways, I'm sorry. Not Manderson, Renee. What's going on, Emperor Wang? Excuse me. Sorry about that. What are you up to? Chilling? Nice. Whoa, what the hell happened? Bob, like, fell over. What is going on, Bob? He can't be holding the gun with the left hand. He just can't do it. See, now he's chilling. Ah, thank you. I like the old design better than the new ones, though. I like that traditional. And the back with the eagle on the cactus. Opposed to, these ones. It's still a nice round. I love the Libby's. I love Libby's. It's still a nice round, but this one's gold plated, apparently. This is one of my newest rounds, man. I think this one's sick. Please do. The horse and the dragon. But yeah, I love Libby's, man. I know, man. Yeah, he's getting brave. He thinks because he's strapping, he's something, but you got to be able to pull it out and use it. But I mean, really, I don't think he's got the balls. So yeah, man, just chilling, bullshitting, hanging out with the Chiefs. Everybody, all the badasses are here right now. All the hardcores to chill, and then you popped in. So adding to the stack. That's what we do. We're adding to the stack. You got any good pickups lately, Emperor Wing? And Renee, John, you did send that to me, right? Okay, cool. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Send me your cell phone number when you send it. I'll send you a text. Oh, because one of my teeth is bothering the shit out of me. Well, shit, you guys. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna have to call it a night. I hate to do that to you, Emperor Wing. I know you just popped in. But I've been on for a couple hours and I gotta work tomorrow. I'm tired of shit. But I'm gonna call it a night, you guys. Alright, you guys. I'll see you all later. Oh, that's good. We'll get some more rest so you can feel way better. Emperor Wang, thanks for popping by. Everybody else in chat, hanging out, lurking, listening. I appreciate you all. I'll see you all later. Okay, stay tuned. I'll be around. Later.